Hey YouTube, Untamed here. Figured I'd pop outside on this nice day and show the Shelby a little bit of love. So for those of you who've been on my channel, you know what this is, but for the new visitors, it is a 2017 Shelby GT350R. It is finished in the Avalanche Gray. Let's do a real quick walk around of it for the new viewers here real quick. It is filthy, but fortunately this Avalanche Gray has hid the dirt and dust, all that nasty stuff pretty well, as it hasn't been washed all winter. So, and I normally am not an advocate of getting car covers. I know that there's, it's like anything. They make really good ones and really bad ones, and decent ones. You kind of get what you pay for. But I've just seen one too many people write about and post pictures of all the paint swirls that happen underneath them. So I've never done it. However, it's looking pretty dirty. I'll show you a couple little dirty spots. It's like right there. It's like bugs and stuff. So it's not wrapped or anything, no clear bra. And honestly, I want to keep it that way. I've done the whole clear bra wrap thing, and they ended up looking nastier than what the car's paint would have. So rather, I just purchased a Rupes dual orbital, if you will, the buff it and wax and all that stuff, and kind of do my own paint correction with it. And I prefer doing that. And in my opinion, I think there's a lot to be said about a vehicle that doesn't have a wrap, doesn't have a clear bra, and it looks, perfect. So I think you make the paint look awesome if you just give it some time. Obviously, it's not looking like that at all right now, but didn't try to either yet. So as we teeter toward February, we're hoping that the weather here in Wyoming starts to shape up on us. We can actually start cutting the Shelby loose a little bit. We still have the not ideal gravel driveway, but we can get around that. For those of you who don't know much about this car, just a little quick rundown. Easy for me to say no, but it is not your standard Mustang by any means. These are carbon fiber wheels. So they're pretty amazing. The first production car, mass production car, to actually have full carbon fiber wheels on them. That is a carbon fiber wing, just painted black. Same with the wheels, just painted gloss black. Again, she normally looks a lot better when shined up. Got the Tundra on standby. But the main video of this was just to kind of show you the Shelby, as I haven't shown you as much of it lately. I'll do a little quick fire up here, cold start still, and I'll let you guys hear that as well if you'd like. Before that, I'll pop into the Tundra here. A super small addition to this. You guys are probably gonna even laugh at it, but I figured I'd show it to you anyway. And you can probably see them now. One of them's in there a little crooked, and you can just twist it around because they're a little bit too small, really barely too small, but I think I'd almost prefer that. You can reach in there and pull them up pretty easy. So instead of your cups or glasses, whatever they are, sliding around, you can put those little traction pads in there, and it helps out a bunch. So, super small, I know, but I wanted to show it to you. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down and we'll fire up the Shelby here. See if that's a good spot. As you can hear, it has a pretty good rumble to her. I love this flat plane crank Voodoo engine. So a lot of people are talking about the GT500 nowadays. And by the way I see it, the 350 is still better. Now obviously that is my opinion, so don't roast me too hard for that. Obviously the GT500 is the better performing car, no one's gonna argue that. But the Shelby is so unique. So you don't have, I think you have a cross plane in the GT500, whereas you have the flat plane crank in this. So that's already a unique thing about the GT350 here. So they, if I understand it right, so Ford actually took apart a Ferrari 458 Italia. Actually, I don't know if it's an Italia, but I mean, they took apart a 458 Ferrari, and they pretty much reassembled that same exact motor setup with the flat plane crank and a larger displacement here with the 5.2 liter. So that is what makes this so unique in my opinion. Not to mention the biggest outlier, the biggest reason why I think a true enthusiast would like a 350 better than the 500 is, you're gonna see this coming, it has a manual transmission and only offered in a manual transmission. So that fact by itself I think is what makes it the better buy. Not to mention with the R, this is a matter of opinion too, the R has limited production numbers, as I'm sure the 500 will, the GT500 will, but the 350R here is definitely limited, especially when you get like a limited color like this Avalanche Gray. It stopped production after 2017, so you can't get this one. They have other colors like that, like Leadfoot, they offered in 2018. Lightning, I think Lightning Blue was, I think that was 2017 as well. I really like that color. But so you got like unique colors being offered each year, so I really like that about it too. So I think, don't quote me on it yet, but everything that I'm reading is kind of pointing toward, it's a lot of speculation if I'm being honest, but everything that I'm reading is pointing toward the Shelby, or the GT350 ending its production for model year 2021. So the 2020s would be the last year the GT350s. Don't quote me on it just yet. There's nothing official from Ford yet, at least as of today. But so if they do end up taking the GT350 away, I'm sure they'll replace it with something equally cool. But just food for thought. So those are just a few reasons why I think the 350 is still a sound purchase for those out there interested. Personally, I can't wait to start ripping this down the streets when it gets warmed up a little bit. So I've been eagerly waiting all winter long. It's been driving me nuts a little bit. But I'll give you guys a sneak peek of the interior, and we'll wrap up the video here. I know it's starting to get a little long on you. So nothing too fancy for many of you, and you're probably looking at it and be like, okay, it's not that nice. Why is it a $75,000 car? No back seat, because race mode. I would very much like to take this to a track. So at my next place that I move to, there's a better chance of me doing that versus Wyoming. Some nice stitching. So I'm definitely in love with this car. I think, this is plenty a car for anybody out there. So I had a ZL1 before this with 650 horsepower, 650 torque. It was crazy. It was a riot to drive. But there's something to be said about the sound of this Voodoo motor and just rolling through the gears with a 8250 red line. It is just remarkable. So needless to say, I'm very excited to start driving it again. You know, maybe share some more content with you guys. Maybe get a little GoPro in here. I can share that with you. But I already know there's plenty of GT350R content out there on YouTube right now, so I don't think I necessarily need to add more, but why not? If you guys want to see it, just let me know. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick. I'll show you the key while we're at it. There you go. I think it's pretty sweet. Show you what's under the hood. I know for many of you, you already know what you're looking at here and you've seen it a million times. Hold on. Try to switch hands with the camera here. So I installed these Ford Performance air oil separators here. One right there and one right there. Very simple job, but a lot of people recommend doing that right from the beginning to avoid some sludge buildup, mainly in the right side of the motor here. Alright team, I think I already made this video a little too long, but I want to share it with you. So let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, just wanted to share a little bit about the GT350R with you. Very grateful to have this car, extremely blessed, absolutely love it. So feel free to shoot me your questions, happy to share with you guys. Until next time.